Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Advance. I want to welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show. We cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we'll give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. Kendrick Perkins is, there are people out there that look at people like myself and many others that say to themselves, probably privately, these guys wish they were where we are. They wish they were in our positions. Meaning they wish we're on television. They were on television like us. They wish that we were, they were doing it the way we're doing. And I just think that that's just the furthest thing from the truth. Do you know why I say that? What I have come to understand is that since being in this space for 5-6 years, however long it's been, I understand that there's a game that you have to play. And to a certain extent, we play it, but then after a while, some of us say, okay, that's enough. And what I've noticed is that whenever you work for networks like ESPN and others, you got to put on this clown suit. You got to look for the next hot take because you're always going for the ratings. And I get you want to do well. You want to make as much money as you can. You want your show to be as successful as possible. But at a certain point, you got to stop the foolishness. And I think that Kendrick Perkins is one of the people that has completely lost the plot. All he does is just think, every take that I have, can it be a home run? Can this take be a home run? Can that take be a home run? And I think by doing so, he inevitably puts his foot in his mouth all too often. And after a while, it just gets tiring. It gets tiring. What am I talking about now? I came across a post here from NBA Central. And it's referring to, and I'll read the post. It says, he's top 5 role players of all time. Kendrick Perkins on Alex Caruso. Folks, you can't make this stuff up. What we want to do is we're going to play the video of Kendrick Perkins here, and I'm going to come back and react to his comments. Take a listen to Kendrick Perkins here.
SGA, Isaiah Hartenstein get all the praise in the world, rightfully so. Mm-hmm. But we damn sure not about to start this discussion without mentioning Alex Caruso.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Alex Caruso, he's been the second best player on the Oklahoma City Thunder in these conference finals. And the way he's been producing on both ends of the floor, he's knocking down three-point shots. But when you talk about being a game changer, when you talk about coming in and stepping in the big moments, he's already, to me, just from watching him in this series and in this postseason, he's top 5 role players of all time. Come on. I'm putting, real talk, I'm putting him up there with Robert Horry, Derek Fisher,
there you go.
Danny Green.
Okay.
In order to make that top 5, you got to have multiple rings.
Yeah.
He has 2 championships. On the Lakers, he was a huge X factor. And it just brings me back to the moment of last year in the semifinals against Jokic in Game 7. How he's just a Swiss Army knife. This man will cut you everywhere but loose. So I'm looking forward, right? We don't know the status of J-Dub, but can Alex Caruso bring 24 points per game that he's averaging at the crib? Can he bring that on the road? Mm-hmm.
So you heard him. Kendrick Perkins is calling Alex Caruso a top 5 role player of all time. Why do I think Kendrick Perkins is saying this? For 2 reasons. Prisoner of the moment, and I want to have the hottest take today. I want to be the one that's talked about, and to a certain extent, he succeeded. Because yes, people are talking about it. But are we talking about it for the right reasons? This is the question. Are we talking about it for the right reasons? We can go watch something that's a great show, movie, or whatever it is, and you can go watch a train wreck, which is like a horrible movie. Now, people are watching, but they're 2 different things. And I think that's the part that's lacking. He's just saying, let me read through the comments here. All right. I'll just read through. One guy says, what the F, Alex Caruso? I didn't know your game. Another guy says, somebody please get this moron off TV. Arguably one of the most annoying MFers out there now. And every day he just gets worse with his takes. Another person said, are you sure? I think Tony Brothers, Carl Lane were better. Another person said, I just hate the clickbait takes, man. Like, come on, all the time. Another guy said, stop saying of all time in history, everything can't be the greatest, man. Another guy says, at Kendrick Perkins, now we officially know you just say anything. And it just goes on. Another guy said, get this dude off TV. AC is great, but he might not even make the top 20. There's a lot of good role players. Another guy said, Perk, literally no one gives a F about what you think. No one cares about your takes or anything you say. You were an ass player and flip-flop every other day on your opinions. And it just goes on and on and on and on. Another guy said, this jigger here, bruh. AC is for sure playing great ball, but come on, my G. Another guy said, so stupid. My man just speaking out his ass and eliminating actual top 5 role players of all time. So tired of this bleep ESPN doing to the NBA. Another guy said, Perk is a top 1 overreactor and prisoner of the moment of all time. Now, that's what people are saying, reacting to him. So they may have got some ratings during that segment. So they may, oh, this is great. No, it's not. It's ridiculous. Let me just give you guys a list of some top role players that I'll put ahead of Alex Caruso. Robert Horry, Bruce Bowen, Derek Fisher, Ron Harper, Tony Kukoc, Lamar Odom, Michael Cooper, just to name a few. Just to name a few. And I think that this is lazy journalism. This is like the 3rd or 4th time Kendrick Perkins has done these playoffs. I just can't remember some of his other insane takes that he's had. He's always willing to jump out. What's the one that I heard the other day? Was it Stephen A. Smith or him saying that Chet Holmgren is afraid of Victor Wembanyama? What are you basing this off of? Like, these guys are so desperate for these ratings that and the thing I'm wondering is this what you have to do when you're on ESPN? Seriously, is this what you have to do? Is this the mandate? Is this in your contract? There must be some kind of like internal pressure to constantly go viral and say these things. I don't know. But what ends up happening is that it leads you to say things that make no sense. And best believe, there are a lot of guys out there getting, views and all of that stuff. But most of the stuff you see out there, the new thing that has really grown to be, that's become prominent over the last, 10 years is rage bait. And one of the kings of that is Nick Wright. Nick Wright is a rage baiter. But like in 2016, when he said LeBron James became the greatest player of all time, that's rage bait. And a lot of people have kind of followed suit. Brandon Jennings, what's the guy? Jeff Teague, and a few other people. They just kind of follow suit, saying things, Gilbert Arenas, saying things that will get people pissed off, and then they will react, and then that's how you gain engagement. There's a lot of that going on. So sports media is definitely a cesspool right now. You got ESPN that's turned into ESPN First Take that's turned into First Beef. So it's a real clown show right now. And unfortunately, I'm a part of the clown show too, because we're all in this together, and it's a damn shame.